I was actually going to say we are back, baby. We are back, baby. But listen, with this Mason Mount's injury, we might not be back. Okay. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Queen, and I'm a bit worried. I'm a bit worried. But let's talk about the positive that came out from today's game. It was Manchester United versus PSG. I actually enjoyed the game. I like both teams. I feel like both teams were okay. They were okay. But today Manchester United played their last game in Gothenburg. I think it's actually their last game in Sweden as well. And honestly, I know that there are lots of positives that came out of this game, but also our major concern is Mason Mount picking up that injury. So that's a big concern. Mason Mount has been literally doing very well in the preseason, but unfortunately today he came down in the 20th minute of the game. Looks like it's an ankle injury. And let me test this stuff and see if it's working. Okay, it's working. It's working. I have to test my mic because I'm by myself. Okay. Anyway, according to Sky Sport News, we don't have an official diagnosis yet, so we are not going to speculate on, how serious the injury looks like. But is the injury a problem? Yes, it is a problem. Mason Mount barely has stayed fit since he joined Manchester United, and that's a bit concerning. Maybe this is the time that Ineos they need to cover that money and go get us a midfielder because I cannot keep on waking up every morning and other clubs are getting here we go and Man United is just staying mute. We need a center midfielder, a defensive one actually for that matter. We need a defensive one. We need a defensive midfielder because since Casemiro left, we have not had a replacement. I know we brought the Santos guy from Chelsea, but if they have to build around Mason Mount this season, the dude is injured and we don't know when he's coming back. So it's a very terrible timing. I have to give Mason Mount his credit. He's been doing absolutely amazing in the preseason, but so did he last preseason. Remember, last preseason he was fit. Okay, remember last preseason was actually when Luke Shaw actually came back, and we were scared that he might pick up an injury, and luckily Luke Shaw did not pick up no injury in 1 year. So we're very happy about that. In the first 2 minutes of the game, Ibrahim from PSG scored, and I don't know how Tom let that ball enter. And I mean, we saw Aiden trying to block the ball from going into the net, but I don't think it was good enough. That was like I mean, it's a preseason game, so to be honest, I'm not really like mad or upset or no, I'm not. Um PSG was actually looking very dangerous in the early minutes of the game, to be honest. I know they did not have their key players today, and sadly for them, they dropped. I don't know the possession. I don't know the statistics. I was looking for that on the live score app. I was looking for the statistics, but I didn't find anything. So I asked a question in my TikTok stream. I asked because I never thought about it. Do they actually do publish all those statistics? Maybe also, maybe ESPN would do. I don't know, but I was not on ESPN.com. And along the line, Manchester United picked up pace. I think they started becoming very more aggressive and more attacking. And I would say Ahmad was actually very, very, very involved. As a matter of fact, heavily involved in today's game. I'm not sure if they have to give like a man of the match. It has to be either Mbeumo or Ahmad gave an assist, so I don't know. Mbeumo will have to take the man of the match. Honestly, let's not even like drag that. Anyway, we watched the goal. Man United equalized. I really enjoyed watching that goal. And Ahmad was very, very solid in giving Brian that assist. I was like, yes, these two African brothers. These two African brothers, but guess what? They will go to AFCON and become enemies. 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 Like we saw today with Man United and PSG. You know, we can see Bruno and his Portuguese players on the other side of the pitch, which is Vitinha, Nuno Mendes, João Neves. Did I miss anyone? I don't know, but those were the three people that I was able to remember. Um, Anyway, in the 32nd minute of the game, I'm at Brian equalized. I don't really consider that like a winning. It's just a friendly game anyway. So I think Mbeumo is giving us something very different this season, and as he not scored in all three preseasons game, I mean, he looks very confident. He looks very direct, and he can score. One thing about Brian Mbeumo, he's going to score. I know he lost a couple of chances. I know he lost that shot that he wanted to give in the corner, but we have to give it to the goalkeeper because that save. If I have to give save of the day, that has to be the save of the match. To be honest, that was a very excellent save by the goalkeeper of PSG, Kosovo, whatever his name's called. Anyway, another major moment today was Yuri Tillemans, and also we saw Bruno Fernandez, and they are back on the pitch, and it was Yuri's first time playing with Man United, and his accuracy were very, very on point today. He came in the second half of the game, while Bruno also got his first preseason minutes as well. That's another thing that I'm going to be watching very, very closely this season. I mean, all eyes on Yuri Tillemans. So I don't know how Carrick is going to do that midfield for us, but I don't know where Bruno is going to play, and also probably where Yuri Tillemans is going to fit, with the other players. I'm not sure if I think they're going to build those players around Bruno so that Bruno can continue to also give them more assists this season. I don't know what the plan is with Michael Carrick, but I feel like the goal would be to create or build those players around Bruno Fernandes. That's going to have to be the goal. That way, the strikers are well fed, and Bruno also can create more chances as well. Anyway, so along the line today, of course, I talked about Mason Mount's injury, and then another injury we sustained was our goalkeeper Tom Heaton. It looks like that injury looks more of like a hamstring injury. We saw it because he was holding onto his leg and he was kind of like limping. I already knew that okay, that has to be like some spasm. It feels like spasm. You know when you have like spasm and you hold onto your leg? Yeah, that's what I think it feels like. Maybe he overstretched that leg. Sometimes that could cause that. So we've suffered two injuries today. And I'm also hoping that it's not as serious as it is. We also had crazy moments involving Joshua Zexi and Fletcher brothers. Did you guys see when the goalkeeper left his position to go block Joshua Zexi? I mean, the fact that that was not a foul, the fact that the referee did not foul the goalkeeper. I know it's a friendly game. I am aware. I know it's a friendly game. But the fact that the referee did not foul the goalkeeper is diabolical. Because if that was an actual game, if that was an official game, that's a red card. That is an absolute red card. You know the kind of red card that Martinez gets? The Martinez from Aston Villa? Yes, that's the kind of red card I'm talking about. Anyway, later in the game, we had a lot of chances to be honest, but unfortunately we were not able to capitalize on those chances. We had the Fletcher brother come in, Tyler. He had a couple of efforts in the game. Shea Lacey too had a couple of opportunities. Like I said, sadly we were not able to capitalize on it. Bruno too had opportunities in the 89th minute when he shot that wild angle, but that got me screaming. But unfortunately, the ball did not go to the back of the net. So overall, to be honest, I'm very, very encouraged with the preseason games. I think that we have had massive results from Rosenborg 5-0. We also had a very good result against Atletico Madrid. And today we drew with the European champions PSG 1-1. So obviously, like I said, PSG were missing their key players. They were missing Dembele, Bakola. They were missing Doué. They were also missing who else? I mean, but still, if you give me those players, we're still gonna cook. Anyway, do you guys see when PSG brought in Vitinha, Nuno Mendes, Joao Neves, and who is the fourth one? Who is the fourth one? Vitinha, Nuno Mendes, Joao Neves. There's one more. And not too long after that, Carrick now brought in Bruno, brought in Telemers, brought in Joshua Zex. No, not Joshua Zexi. Brought in, oh my God. I was like, yes, aura for aura, aura for aura. I was just screaming. Oh my God. Like literally, I was literally just screaming. But I was very impressed. I was very impressed overall. I really think how many much have I gone? 11 minutes. Okay, almost 12 minutes. I don't want to go too far. I'm really impressed with what Carrick is bringing to the table. I really think that they need to give Carrick more players. They need to give him more players. And speaking of more players, we have our goalkeeper. He second goalkeeper, Arthur Bainde, is already well. If you follow me on TikTok and on Instagram, you see I post all about this stuff often there than here. So Mason Mount and Tom Heaton, I'm wishing you guys all the best. I'm hoping you guys can come back stronger. I'm hoping your injury is not as severe, as we think, because sometimes you never just know. We're going to wait for the diagnosis to be out. Before I end this live, don't forget to join my fantasy preseason. I already have the link in my previous video. I'll add the link on the top below so that you can know how to join and the link, the code, and everything. So, yeah, I'm going to have that up. So, until next time, I'm definitely going to be back. We are meeting with Leeds United next. I could care less for that game. That is the one game that I would say, please do not play no friendlies. There's no friendlies between Man United and Leeds United. You're going to play like you're playing an actual game because we can see how Leeds were last season. They were reckless and they came for blood. They were promoted and they are still here. We need to get them out of the league. We need to get them out. Okay, get them out. Get all of them out. So that is all I have for today, and um, I hope to see you guys again. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I will be back again.